Hello everybody, it's Numerologist Michelle Buchanan here with your numerology forecast for May 2022. Let's begin by calculating your personal year number for the year. We do this by adding the day and month of your birth date to number 6. Why number 6? Because 2022 adds up to 6. So let's go back and work that calculation out one more time. We're going to add the day and month of your birth date to number 6. So let's use the example 28th of March. We would go 2 plus 8 plus 3 plus 6. Okay, 2 plus 8 is 10, 10 and 3 is 13, 13 and 6 is 19. Now, the rule of thumb for the second step is to add together any double-digit numbers that you end up with until you eventually get a single number between 1 and 9. So in our example for the 28th of March, we added that to 6 for 2022. We got a total of 19. But step 2 is to add together any double-digit numbers until you eventually get a single number between 1 and 9. And that's your personal year number for the year. In our example 19, we would add the 1 and 9 together. 1 plus 9 equals 10. Now that 10 is still a double-digit number. So keep adding double numbers together until you get a single number between 1 and 9. Therefore, that 10, 1 plus 0 equals 1. So therefore, the 28th of March would be a 1 personal year number for this year. All right, so last time I'll say it one last time. Add the day and month of your birth date to number 6. If you end up with any double-digit numbers, keep adding those two numbers together until you eventually get a single number between 1 and 9. And that single number is your personal year number for the whole year. So let's begin with the forecast for personal year number 1. You guys are in a whole year of new beginnings. A whole fresh start is out there in front of you, especially as you get closer towards your birthday. This whole year is about you creating a fresh start, a new way of thinking, being, perceiving yourself in life, and beginning something new or making changes out with the old to make way for the new, taking action, being independent, being self-motivated, and having the courage to move forward. That's the purpose of this whole year for you. And that energy and that goal and that agenda is always there beneath the scenes, always at the bottom line behind everything that's going on for you throughout this whole year. Then we bring in the personal month energy, and that has a different flavor to it, and it combines with your personal year number 1. Now for May, the forecast for you is a focus on family, your relationships, the home, and domestic responsibilities, as well as a community. So that means this is a month to be there for anyone who needs you. Obviously family, children, friends and loved ones, but it's not limited to these people only. It also expands out to colleagues at work, to the community, to people around you, people that may cross your path. You could be talking to somebody in a line at the supermarket for all you know. Anything can happen, and the universe will send you plenty of opportunities to be there to lend a helping hand. Now, for some people, this can be very significant and very important. It can be a very big thing or a series of big things where you're really there to make a big difference in someone's life. For other people, it may be just a small thing or a couple of small minor things, because some of the experiences that you will have in this month are not so much about being of service to others, might play out in other ways to do with this month. So this month also focuses on self-care and being in balance in terms of your giving and receiving, and being balanced in terms of, you know, what you need to keep your glass half full so that you can be of service to other people. So it's about you being aware of what your limitations are, you being aware of when your cup is empty, and you need to do what you need to do for your own self-care to refuel your tank so you can keep going. This is also a month where domestic responsibilities, things to do with the home. So a great time to be working on your home, renovating, cleaning, clearing, selling, spending more time in the home. Great combination of numbers for people with their own business that are working from home. Another thing that can happen, things that can happen this month are to do with your relationships. So relationship issues that may have been brewing beneath the surface could rise to be addressed and resolved, or simply just brought to the surface this month. So be looking out for ways that you can improve your existing relationships, taking care of what needs to be taken care of, having those awkward conversations, clearing the air, making plenty of room for forgiveness, understanding and perceiving things from other people's point of view as opposed to only your own. And, it is a number where relationship issues that can brew beneath, that can come to the surface. They're not only romantic. Can be to do with, a friend. It can be to do with, issues to do with someone at work that have been brewing beneath the surface. It can be a parenting issue, things like that. So it's about being aware of these things and making them a priority this month. Okay, I'll leave that with you. And I'll move on now to personal year number 2. You guys are in a year where it's about working on the details of everything behind the scenes. So it's a year that requires you, this 2-year, slow and steady wins the race. All right, what's most important for you this year is that you remain in balance, that you are aware of what takes you out of balance, what takes you off center, what throws you, what triggers you. So you can be aware of those things and work on them so that you can become a strong, adaptable, empowered human being. So whatever comes across you, whatever crosses your path, whatever challenges you face, whatever situations you find yourself in, you do not lose your equilibrium. You stand centered and grounded and strong, and you've got your wits about you. It's about balancing intuition and that inner guidance and that inner knowing with logic. So it's about being in the two worlds, the physical world, the material physical world, as well as the energetic, intuitive, spiritual world. Having your foot on both sides and being balanced in that. It's also about you being more sensitive than you normally would. You may find yourself hypersensitive this year. You may find yourself overreacting sometimes, and that's normal for a 2-year. I've had many clients in a 2-year feel like they're losing the plot, that they're losing their mind because they aren't normally that emotional. Things seem a lot more intense and dramatic. That's the energy of the 2. So don't worry, you're not going crazy. And it's a beautiful number because its job is to amplify our emotions. It's to make us more sensitive to energy, sensitive emotionally, sensitive to how we perceive life, sensitive to what stories we tell ourselves, sensitive to what our limiting beliefs are. It heightens our level of sensitivity so that it amplifies it so that we can become aware of what's going on. It's blowing things up so that we can be aware of what our triggers are. We can be aware of what our emotional responses are. And it also creates an opportunity for us to release any repressed emotions that we have held on to, that we have repressed and blocked and held down and held in, which really, in terms of our physical health, need to be released, need to be acknowledged, and need to be embraced and released, and so that you can be healthier. So, there's many reasons why the 2 does this. It is also a year where, it is a slow going vibration where you can't force things to happen before their time. Otherwise, they just won't work out. So you really need to have that saying and really live that saying, let go and let God, or let go and let the universe take care of everything. And you need to detach, you need to let go, and you need to trust and have faith that everything works out as it's meant to, without forcing your will on everything. Okay, you can take inspired practical action when you need to take steps and you need to take action, but make sure that you're in a high vibration through your thoughts and emotions, because then you're going to get what's called inspired guidance. You will intuitively be inspired to make certain moves at certain times, and they will be synchronistically exactly in the right place at the right time, the right moves. So you'll work smart, not hard. And the more in alignment you are, the more self-aware you are, the more relaxed and trusting, and the more you meditate, the more you are self-aware and calm and peaceful, the stronger that intuitive guidance and those intuitive hits will come. And you work smart, not hard, so slow down. You are in a month where this month is a very spiritual month for you. It's really a month that is saying slow down. Don't worry so much about what you can conquer and achieve in the outside physical world by doing. It's more about stay still and just be. So this is a month where you want to rest as much as you can, where you want to spend as much time as you can out in nature if possible, where you can be working on your personal development, working on your self-awareness, so doing some self-discovery, journaling, contemplation, looking back at yourself and your life and some of the moves you've made and looking at how everything is connected. This is a month where you are encouraged to uncover the secrets and mysteries of the universe, to ask yourself the big questions. Who am I? What is the meaning of life? What is really going on that we can't see with the physical eyes? Tune into Gaia TV online. Watch some TED Talks or some uplifting, inspirational material on YouTube. Read some mind, body, spirit material. Take up some healthy practices. Work on your health mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and find your spiritual truth and expand on it. Make sure you have plenty of time for alone time, because it's only in the quiet, alone time, without distractions, without, phones and emails and people, just quiet alone time, so that you can get in tune with you and you can spend that time receiving those aha moments, having those awakenings that really only come in the silence. All right, so plenty of time alone for you. A great month also for learning or studying, especially if it's anything to do with psychology and understanding human behavior. But remember, it's okay if you don't feel like going out and being social. That's what your soul is encouraging from you anyway. Quiet, alone time, going within and spending time in nature and finding your spiritual truth and solidifying your spiritual relationship. All right, I'll leave that with you and I'll move on now to personal year number 3. You guys are in a year where you're being encouraged to speak up to whatever's on your mind, be honest. To have those conversations where you are clearing the air, where you're being true and honest to yourself, even if these conversations are not actually with another physical person. They are conversations that you are having with yourself in your own mind, where you are talking to yourself, because communication is a big theme for you this year. What are you using your words for? Are you using them to uplift, empower, and inspire yourself and other people? Are they positive? Or are you using those words to tear yourself down, to gossip, to moan, to complain, to talk about everything that's wrong? Because it's really important, because our words and our thoughts, they're creative and they're magnetic and they contribute towards the things that happen to us in our life. They contribute to our health and well-being. They contribute to the kinds of experiences we have in our everyday, day-to-day life. They contribute to our health and well-being. They contribute to whether things will work out in our favor or not. They contribute to whether we'll be synchronistically in the right place at the right time in alignment with the universe. They have so many repercussions, our words and our thoughts and the reasons why we say what we say. And it's a time to stop and think. It's a time to really focus on learning and understanding that we attract what we focus our attention on the most, and deliberately making sure that you focus most of your thoughts and attention on the things that you would like, on what is right and what is good in life, instead of what you don't have, what's wrong, and what you'd rather have that hasn't happened yet. The 3 is encouraging you to be as joyful as you can, because our human body and our energetic frequency, our energetic signature, our auric field, our energetic field is governed by our thoughts and our emotions. And if we are feeling good, and if we're thinking good, we're going to feel good. And if we feel good, boy, does we radiate light. And that is the language, the joy, the love, the high vibration frequency that can heal people, that can heal situations, that can bring solutions to problems from unknown places, that can create miracles. That vibration, that energy is magic. And the 3 year is asking you, are you happy? And if you're not, why are you not happy? Now, I'm not talking about swinging from the chandeliers. Life's a big, party all the time. That's not normal. That's not the human experience. That's unrealistic. But what I'm talking about is about you learning to become aware of when you are unhappy because you are dwelling on the past, you are afraid of the future or what could happen, or you are spending too much time dwelling on what makes you unhappy and you're not moving forward from it. You just stay going round in circles in that same negative place. That's what I'm talking about. Because it's where you need to make a conscious effort and you need to be disciplined enough to pick yourself up and go, oh, well, that's the past. That's over with now. Now I'm moving forward. Now I know what I don't want. What do I want? And start focusing on what you do want. Start focusing on what is right. Start focusing on what the possibilities are and how you prefer things to be compared to what they currently are. And the 3 is asking you to sort of really get your head around that and to bring more joy into your life and to make an effort to be more positive and to see the glass half full. Because it influences your life circumstances and it influences your health. Now, for the month of May, you're in a period of time where you do need to focus on your finances and make sure that you don't overspend. There is opportunity for you to spend more money this month, and there's opportunity for you to earn more money. And it's not just money, it could be abundance. It could be opportunities. It could be contacts, connections, being in the right place at the right time, setting things up for future gain. This month is also about, some people will have job, career issues, changing careers, could be in the same career or same job, but there's changes with that. Some people can be in the same job, same career, no changes, but they might have different clients or different things come in to do with work. So it's about, and also you may find that you do, some people do want to make changes in their career. Some people do want to move on. Some people want to start something new or a new aspect of what you're already currently doing. It's also a month where you need to learn to stand up for yourself, where you don't want to let yourself feel or be disempowered by anyone or anything. And when I say anything, I'm talking about anything, whether it's a fear, a worry, a limiting belief, a negative thought, a destructive behavioral pattern, or literally an addiction. It's about you being self-empowered and rising above whatever has previously caused you to feel disempowered. It's also a month where you really need to be aware that you are manifesting big time in this combination of numbers this month. You really truly are a magnetic manifester big time this month, more so than any other time this year, except for 8. Let's have a look. 3, 5, May, 8. Yeah, no, this is probably the most powerful manifestation month for you this year. So make sure that you take it seriously and you really get to understand the intricate details of the law of attraction. Sandra Ann Taylor's book, Quantum Success, is a really good way to learn the intricate details behind the law of attraction process so you can use it to your advantage this month. So I'll leave that with you and I wish you the best. And I'll move on now to personal year number 4. For you guys, this is a month where there is effort required. So this is a year for you where effort is required for you to get off your butt, take action, put the effort in, and work towards getting yourself how you want yourself to be. So if you want to improve yourself, if you want to improve your health, it's about building a solid foundation within you. It's not just about building a solid foundation within you, it's about building a solid foundation around you as well. So let's start with building a solid foundation within you, because this is what the whole point of this year is for you. It's about using a step-by-step process to slowly over time build a solid foundation that will last the test of time. So within you, it could be getting yourself to a stable mindset, a solid, disciplined, balanced mind. And that comes from being aware of what triggers you. That, first of all, comes from being aware of what takes you off center, what triggers you, what causes you to go loopy, what makes you anxious, what gets you stressing out, what causes you to lose your equilibrium. Secondly, about creating a solid foundation within you, health-wise. Getting your body in physical health, getting your eating in health, getting as healthy as it can be, getting yourself as clean and clear as you possibly can. Emotional health, working on releasing, the emotions of the past and the negative thoughts of the past, and letting the past be the past and overcoming any fears of the future. Other people that are building a solid foundation, they're fine. Their own inner foundation is fine, but they might need to work on building a stronger foundation in their outer physical world. So for some people, that's literally working on their actual home, getting that all sorted out, getting some renovations done or doing some repairs or getting everything organized and tidied up in order. Other people, it's getting things in order and building a solid foundation in career, in finances, taking care of legal matters, taking care of family issues. Everyone's life is different, but the 4 year is saying, do the work. Get out there and take action and do whatever needs to be done to create this solid foundation around you or within you. Everyone's life is different, and it's about you getting off your butt and going out there and taking the steps that need to be taken to achieve this foundation. This year is also a time to slow and steady wins the race. So it's really a time to not force things to happen before their time, because there is our timing of how we would like things to unfold. But then there's divine timing and the universe's timing of how things need to unfold. And sometimes they are totally different. So it's about getting out of the way, taking practical action, taking steps, but then letting them go, being detached. Having faith and trust that the universe knows more than we do, and it knows exactly how things need to unfold for everything to be where it needs to be and how it needs to be in the end. And for us to not push our own agenda down the throat of the universe, because if you force things, they just will not unfold, and it will only end in tears. So be patient, be aware that there are obstacles to be overtaken and to work through, and you have got to be a legend this year. So, be as strong as you can and be as consistent and persistent as you can. Now, this is a month of endings, out with the ultimate way for the new for you this month. And it's definitely a month where you want to look at what have you outgrown? What isn't working for you anymore? For some people, it can be a relationship, it might be a job, it might be a circle of friends that you've grown out of. Other people, it might be something more like, oh, I think I've outgrown eating that, sugar donut every day. It's really making me tired and sluggish. Or someone else, it could be, I think I've outgrown playing tennis for the local tennis club that I've been a member of for the past 25 years. Everyone's life is different. But remember, this is a month of out with the old to make way for the new, letting go, ending whatever needs to be finished so that you can prepare for new beginnings that are coming. And also about transformation. It's about letting go, because you are moving into this whole new frequency, especially next month. And it's about shedding that skin, shedding what you're no longer, what you've grown out of, what's holding you back, what you don't really feel comfortable doing or being anymore, and making those changes. All right, so I'll leave that with you. And I move on now to personal year number 5. You guys are in a year of change. You're in a year where if there are changes that need to be made in your life and you know it, make them. and be in the driver's seat of that. Be proactive. You be the one that has the courage to take action and take those steps to make those necessary changes. Because I'm telling you, this is a year of change. And if there are changes that you know need to be made and you're not making them because of either laziness or because of fear of the unknown or just because you want to pretend that it's not happening or fear or worry or whatever it might be, what could happen is the universe could force those changes upon you, and then you have no choice, and then you're reacting to it because it's out of your control. It's happened to you. Whereas when you're proactive, you have some sort of say in how it unfolds because you're in charge, right? But when you just don't do it and you know it needs to be done, sometimes those changes can be forced upon you, and then you are in the sort of, repair mode where you're trying to sort everything out and fix it from there. But either way, it can be a very exciting year. The 5-year can be dynamic and charismatic and adventurous, and it is a year that is trying to push you out your comfort zone. It's a year that's trying to bring a bit more adventure into your life. It's a year that wants you to do new things, meet new people, try new experiences. Change the way that you think, change the way that you're living your life, change everything. Some people will literally have a makeover and change the way they look. Some people will change jobs, change cities, change friends, change partners, or just change their relationship status. One thing's for certain, it is a year of change where anything can happen, and it usually does. So take advantage of that and have as much fun as you can. Now, you guys are in a month where it's a whole new beginning, a new fresh start. Out with the old to make way for the new. And what is it that's new that you want to begin in your life? Is there anything new that you want to take up? For some people, it can be something very simple, such as I want to learn a new way of cooking. I want to learn how to cook Mexican food. And then someone else, it'll be like, I want to live in a whole new city and I'm going to move there. So everyone's life circumstances are different. Some people, this combination of numbers will be very obvious and dramatic and intense and a big, massive new beginning. And others, it's just minor things. Everything's the same, but it's something simple. And but one thing's for certain, it is a month that's saying, be proactive, take action. It's green light ahead. It's really a powerful combination of numbers for launching something. For launching something new, for getting out there and being a mover and a shaker, for promoting yourself, for promoting something you're interested in, for having conversations and communication, and being out there and making yourself known. All right, so I'll leave that with you, and I'll move on now to personal year number 6. You guys are in a year where there is a strong focus, and remember, you are in the same year number as the universal year, and you always will be. Every year you will be in the same combination of numbers as the universal year and the universal month. And so for you, this is a big focus on your intuitive side, your sensitive side. You're going to feel a lot more sensitive this month. This is a time, this year for you is really about learning how to be more community minded, learning how to realize, learning that we work together better as a team than we do individually, and that the way forward in the years to come is communities coming together, or families coming together, or circles of friends coming together of like mind to work as a team. It's teamwork, it's group work, rather than that whole breaking away individuality and me. It's about we. Now, family may need you more than ever before this year. There may be a focus on the home, domestic responsibilities, the actual house itself, pets, children, neighbors, work colleagues, people, and relationships with those people. And this month, it's a month where you are being encouraged to focus on your personal awareness, self-awareness, and your personal growth, as well as your spiritual relationship. It can be a very spiritual combination of numbers this month, where you are being asked to solidify, to amplify your relationship with source energy, to do practices that help to achieve that, such as meditation, prayer, reading mind, body, spirit material, doing breath work, spending time alone, getting to really know yourself and looking at your own self, your self-awareness through contemplation, and feeling closer to spirit, feeling closer to God, feeling closer to the universe through nature, through those aha moments that we have when we have that quiet time alone, where we really get to have some downloads and some illumination coming through to help inspire us and to help us to know that we're not alone. So you might feel more sensitive than normal. That's okay. You're supposed to. The reason for that is to amplify your emotions so that you can be very clear about what you're thinking and feeling, and that you can release whatever needs to be released. Because our body stores any unresolved or unreleased emotion, and it needs to be released for our body to be in balance and harmony in harmony. So, our emotions are amplified so that we can become aware of what we need to work on, and we can work through those things and be healthier. So I'll leave that with you, and I'll move on now to personal year number 7. You guys are in a year where you are being asked to focus on your personal development through self-awareness. All right, your relationship with yourself, going within, spending quiet time alone, getting to know yourself, getting to know your story, getting to understand your programming, and understanding the limiting beliefs that have been operating within you your whole life, and that you're just playing out that same storyline. To be aware through quiet time alone and a lot of self-evaluation and self-examination as to who am I? Why do I behave the way I do? Why do I believe the things I believe? Why do I behave the way I behave? And really following those answers and going down the rabbit hole of self-discovery. This year is also encouraging you to solidify and amplify your relationship to spirit, to source energy, to the higher source, to your higher self, for you to become more spiritually aware, for you to create and have or develop or strengthen a relationship with your spiritual side through meditation, through prayer, through study of mind, body, spirit information. Some people may want to go and study and learn and go on workshops, whether that's online workshops or do some independent study of anything health and well-being related, psychology and human behavior related, or mind, body, spirit. This year is sort of, that's what's going on behind the scenes. It's also asking you to spend more time in nature, feeling the energy of nature around you. It's honestly, it's like we just take it for granted. Even something as simple as some trees, they're alive. Their job is to help to protect us and heal us. And when you acknowledge them and talk to them, and just anything, grass, birds, like, we're all one living, breathing, connected oneness of all that is. And it's like, you've got to learn to acknowledge what's around you, because it's magical. And the 7 is saying, uncover the secrets and mysteries of the universe, because they're all around you and they are a part of you, and they are what you are. You are light. Everything is light. Everything is connected. And that is the key to you becoming your best self. That is the key to you reaching your full, highest potential as a human being on planet Earth in this physical world. And it's about you really knowing you are a spiritual being having a human experience. And this is the year to really get that. You're going to have some big aha moments this year, some big wake-up calls. And for the month of May, this is a year for you to really communicate more, to use your voice, to say your truth, to not be afraid to say what you really think and feel, and for you to be heard, for you to have the courage to have any conversations that might need to be had to clear the air, or to make yourself known, or your point of view, to get your point of view across. It's also about you realizing that your thoughts are magnetic, and everything you say is a thought to begin with. And it's about training yourself to see the glass half full rather than dwelling on the glass half empty. Because every time you're talking about what's wrong, every time you're moaning, complaining, telling everyone about everything that's wrong and what happened and what's wrong now and what was wrong before and what happened in the past, you're manifesting more of the same, because those words and those thoughts and the emotion that are attached to it each time you think this way and you talk about this, you're just generating more power. You are giving it more energy. You are creating more of it. Like attracts like, and you are sending that vibration out. And so this month that you're in is asking you to be aware of how powerful you are as a creator, and to use your words in the positive. And so to train yourself to ask yourself, when you're being negative or when you're dwelling on what's wrong, to say to yourself, oh, now I know what I don't want, or now I know what's wrong. What do I want? What's the opposite of everything that's wrong? What's the opposite of everything you're criticizing? What's the opposite of everything you're moaning about? And to focus on that side of the equation, because it's about spending more time focusing on what you would rather have, of what you would like the outcome to be, about what is good and what is right in your life and in your world, and giving attention to that, because that's magnetic too. And you will attract more of the good stuff. You will attract more synchronicity in your life and being in the right place at the right time by doing this. And the month that you're in is asking you to learn how to do that. To use if your words are affirmations and everything you say is a magnetic vibration, why not use that to your advantage by saying things that are going to benefit you? Any statement that starts with I am is the most powerful manifestation, creative words you can ever say in the world. I am happy. I am protected. I am safe. I am abundant. I am blessed with beautiful people all around me. I am welcome wherever I go. I am always in the right place at the right time. I am trusting of source energy. I am healthy. I am loved. I am whatever you want to put after I am, but put it in the positive and start really using this combination of numbers this month to your advantage. Set yourself up for where you'd like to be and how you'd like your life to be. And I'll leave that with you. I'll move on now to personal year number 8. You guys are in a year where there's a strong focus on you not allowing yourself to be disempowered by anything or anyone. So it's about you getting stronger, you being more courageous, you finding your feet, you really coming into your own, and you feeling that you trust yourself, that you trust your judgment, that you feel confident enough to stand up for who you really are, to stand up for what you feel is right, for you to seek justice in terms of, I deserve this, I believe that I'm doing the right thing, and to back yourself up, to really be best friends with yourself, to be kind to yourself, and to support yourself instead of throwing yourself under the bus, instead of getting in your own mind and your own ear and telling yourself about how bad you are and what's wrong and what you did wrong and what a schmuck you are and how bad life is. It's about you being stronger and being your own best friend. Also about you standing up for what, for people that may be disempowering you, or situations that may disempower you, situations that may cause you to feel fearful and afraid. To stand up and go, I choose to believe that I am safe and I am protected and all is well in my world. And be strong in that. Be strong and reclaim your personal power. Be that warrior, that inner warrior that resides within you. This is a year where you also need to focus on your finances. Don't overspend, sort your finances out, take care of any legal matters. And it's also a year where career issues may come to the surface. For some, it may be career changes. For some, it may be opportunities to keep the same career, but there's changes within that position, that job, and the duties that you're performing. Other people, it may be losing a job or losing money. Other people, it's gaining and making money. What goes up must come down. So everything balances out in the end anyway. So if you do take some losses, just know what goes up must come down. The universe will balance things out further down the line. You are in a very powerful manifestation year this year, so really want to take advantage of that. You really do want to understand the intricate details of the universal laws, especially the law of attraction. And as I always say, Sandra Ann Taylor's book, Quantum Success, is one of the best ways that you can learn about those intricate details and use the universal laws to your advantage. And for the month of May, this is a year where, it's about getting your head down, your bum up, and doing the work. This is a year where it is going to require some effort in terms of you get out what you put in. So don't sit around being lazy, and if there's things you need to do or things you need to work on, important things, not just small things, it doesn't matter if it's small things, but I'm talking about important things. Take the bull by the horns and be proactive and get out there and do them. Be confident and be motivated and get the shit done. Because if you don't, it will catch up with you. So face those challenges, override those obstacles, jump over those hurdles, and do whatever you need to do to get yourself and your life where it needs to be. Do the work and you will be rewarded for doing so. This is a time to get things in order. Set yourself up. So what do you need to do to get yourself and your life in order? Some people need to get their health in order. So that's about getting checkups done, improving your eating habits, getting some exercise, knocking out chemicals and knocking out sugars and knocking out unhealthy habits. Other people, it might be, I've got to get my finances in order. Oh my God, I've got to budget. I've got to look at what I'm wasting my money on. I've got to decide that I'm going to cut down on the coffees I buy and save that money for things that are more important and pay off some bills. Everyone's different. Someone else, it's like, I've got to get my business in order. Therefore, I need to take on board a better updated accounting system, or I need to hire a new person to assist with accounts payable, or a new staff member that's going to get out there and do some PR and some marketing or some cold calling and bring some sales into the business. Like, everyone's situation is different, but it's about you getting off your ass and doing whatever you need to do to get yourself and your life where you want it or where it needs to be. All right, so do the work for this month. I'll leave that with you, and I'll move on now to personal year number 9. You guys are in a year of endings, completion, and transformation, where by the end of this year, you will be a totally different person. And if you do the work on yourself, you're going to be so proud of yourself. My 9-year was probably one of the best years I have ever had. In fact, it was. And the 9 years before that, the last 9 years, so this 9-year that I was in last year was outstanding. And nothing incredible happened. It was just the amount of work I did on myself and how the person I became and the person I've grown into, I'm so proud of. But the 9 years following that, my other 9 years earlier, is where I signed my contract with Hay House, and all these things I'd been working on for so many years had paid off. So this can be a really magical, fruitful year. So use that to your advantage. Do the work. Work on yourself. Be the best you can be. Forgive people, iron out the past, clear things up, have those awkward conversations, be understanding, be compassionate, be forgiving, be kind, be of service to others. Also look around and see what needs to, out with the ultimate way for the new. Some people will literally have a makeover. Some people will have a clean up and a clear out and some spring cleaning at home. Other people, it's I'm over that job, I'm leaving, I'm moving into a new career or a new job. Other people, it's I've got to leave this relationship. It's toxic for me. Someone else, it might be I'm leaving this, circle of friends. I've grown out of them. We have different opinions now. I'm moving on to a new like-minded group of people that is yet to come. Whatever it is, don't be afraid to take action. Don't hold on to the past because you're afraid of the unknown. Okay, have the courage to jump and dare to believe and have trust and faith that the universe will catch you, that you will be okay. Everything will be okay. All right. And it is a time where, there can be some difficult endings and there can be some really amazing, beautiful endings, but don't be afraid of them. Let life do what life needs to do. You have faith and trust that you can handle anything that comes your way. Now, you're in a very dynamic combination of numbers this month for May. This is a month where anything can happen, and it usually does. So you need to be very adaptable and flexible, because sometimes things can come from left field that you didn't see coming. So in order for you to, you just got to make sure that don't have your plans too set in stone. Don't be too uptight if things don't go the way that you intended for them to go and that you'd planned for them to go, because they might change. And it's about you being changeable yourself so that you can roll with the punches, you can be flexible, you bend, you don't break. And you know, hey, life knows what it's doing. My job is to adapt to whatever direction it's taking me in. My job is to believe that I can handle any challenge that comes my way. But think of it as going surfing, and that you're going out there, you're on your board, you don't know which wave is coming, but when it comes, you're on it, and it's such an exciting ride. So be adventurous. Do as many fun things as you can this month. Try some new things, meet some new people, dare to be different, dare to do things you wouldn't normally do. Get out there, promote yourself, be a mover and a shaker, be a networker, communicate more. Try some new things. You will be feeling a bit like itchy feet. Oh, I've got itchy feet. I need to get out of this job, or I need to get out of this relationship, or I just need to break free and spread my wings. You might be feeling a bit like that, some of you. So embrace that and ride with the wind and be positive that whatever happens, you will land on your feet, and be confident in yourself and dare to dream. All right, I'll leave that with you, everybody. And I wish you the very best of May. And I'll be back on the beginning of June for your forecast for June. Take care. Love and blessings.